Yes, it is not the amount of views, but rather where the views are coming from. And I'm gonna show you just how Alex Hormozi realized this. See, back then, Alex would post videos like this. Now, of course, he would make business content, but he'd sprinkle in a lot of these where it can be a random workout video, a relationship video, a hack on weird foods he would eat to hit a protein goal. And ultimately, this content was performing well, but he ended up having a conversation with a good friend of his that one conversation changed the direction of his content forever. So I'm gonna share that with you here. Alex essentially talking to the friend is like, "Yo, bro, what do you think about the content lately?" Friend goes, "I don't know. I don't really tune in much these days." Alex was confused. Why not? He's like, I guess the new content is not really meant for me. And that is the moment that changed the course of Alex's content strategy forever, because that left Alex perplexed. He essentially was like, no, our content is actually supposed to be specifically for someone like you, a successful business owner. So he went back to his team, the drawing board, and said, we need to change something. And he did indeed do that change, and it has been for the absolute betterment of his brand. So instead of posting content like this, he has now swapped to making videos like this. You can see here, he has a bunch of words, phrases that are geared specifically and only really to business owners, right? He has created lead magnet, built affiliate engine, ad VSL, shutdown software, Instagram funnels, sell to the rich. He has a series here that he's made several videos on where he'll bring a business owner, real life business owner in, and he'll break down their business on paper and point out what their constraint is and how to just multiply their business. And you might say, but Juan, it's getting a lot less views. And maybe that's true, right? In this example, we have a video. I blew up a business through 3 small changes, has a little bit less than 200K views versus the random protein hack one, over 1 million views. You might say his content's not doing as good, but I would say, what are you judging that off of? Because Alex has admitted himself very clearly that, yeah, it's getting less views, but it is making a lot more money, especially in that comparison we just showed you. This video 100% generated him a lot more leads, a lot more money than that recipe protein hack video would ever. So you guys have to get out of that trap of the view game, right? You're not a content creator. You're making videos for your business. You're marketing yourself. So stop worrying about views. Instead, literally throw the views out the door and only ask yourself, am I making content that speaks directly to my potential customer or client? Yes or no? If your answer is no, then you have to figure out what kind of ideas, what kind of phrases, analogies, the way I can package my videos, my content in a way that speaks directly to that crowd. What type of problems do they have that I can speak directly to? So what could this look like for your business? So let's say you were a fitness coach, for example, right? And you realize a lot of your clients were mothers that through the seasons, they kind of just lost track of their health, right? What kind of content would you create? Would it be, this is the best workout to reach 5% body fat? I mean, sure. I mean, that alludes to how they could lose weight, but would that speak to the problems that they have in real life pertaining to the weight loss the same way that something like the best workout to sneak in if you have a family and full-time job? That speaks to their issues a lot more than the first one. Mind you, both of these could be the same exact workout, for example. They could be the same exact workout, but you're packaging it in a different way that speaks directly to them, right? Like using the word or the phrase sneak in. That speaks to their problem that they have where they feel like they're so overwhelmed and have such little time to do actually anything for their health because they have a full-time job and dealing with the family. And that's all very real. So you can speak to that problem by using certain phrases and words and pointing things specifically out that would relate to them. So would this work for my business, your business? Of course it will, guys. You have a specific group or people that your product, your service is meant to serve, is meant to solve a problem for. So your job is to figure out, by the way, if you don't know who that is yet, that's your main constraint. Like you need to figure exactly who your thing is meant for. But assuming you have that solved, then you just need to figure out, how can I most effectively talk to them? How can I connect to them? How can I talk about the problems that they have in a way that they feel like the content that I make is specifically for them? And once you get that down, you're ready for level 2. And level 2 is very simple. It is simply building trust. And do not overcomplicate this one, guys. Building trust is simply you, through videos, providing evidence that you can do what you claim you can do, right? So if we're following the fitness coach, right? His content might be him sharing stories on as how he helped a mother go from this weight to this new weight. That would be him putting a little deposit in the trust bank with the viewer that he's trying to reach, right? If I was a car detailer, I would make a bunch of content where I showcase a before and after of really nice cars that I have detailed. And with every video, I am building trust with the person that keeps seeing that video of, man, this guy really does know what he's doing. I'll give you a personal example. I have a friend, he owns a tech repair shop, right? Right here. This is a screenshot of his entire page. He's only posted 5 videos. We talk consistently. I tell him all the time, you need to post, you need to post. He posted these 5 videos on TikTok. Altogether, he has those first 3 videos that you can see right here. They're all about him repairing a PlayStation 5 console, game console. And they ultimately only have around 1,000 views. 1,000 views. I know that you know that is not a lot of views, right? He has had over 7 customers come in and tell him they found him on TikTok. Mind you, I haven't even helped him with this content, right? Like there's a lot of room for improvement with the content, but all he did was set up a camera and record himself fixing the PlayStation. And that was enough to build trust with the person that had that problem, come to him and trust him enough to fix it. And these are low views. So get yourself out of the trap. Don't get frustrated. Don't even look at views. Just ask yourself consistently, is the content that we're making targeting the people that we're trying to solve problems for? Yes or no? Then from there, are we building trust? Are we putting out content that builds trust with that audience? Yes or no? But if you're doing those first 2 and you're doing it consistently, it will blow up your business, hands down. I hope this empowered you guys to not give up. And if you have given up, get back on that horse. I promise you there is a way. You just have to do those 2 things and do them consistently.